Welcome to another Ask Arlington. I'm Jay Warren. On this episode, we're focusing on Arlington Parks and Recreation. Now, the department recently broke ground on the Southeast Rec Center and the East Arlington Rec Center and Library. And joining me now to answer your questions is Venera Flores-Stafford, who is the Assistant Director of our Parks and Rec Department, and I should say our gold medal award-winning Parks and Rec Department. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for being here. Yeah, well, we're super excited about that one as well. Before we jump into questions, we've got a lot of good questions today. We thought you might give us an overview of these two really important projects here in the city.
Okay, well, we're very excited. You know, the Southeast Rec Center over in Webb Park is the first of its kind in that area. So I feel like the citizens are itching to get into it, and we're kind of focusing on a fitness slant for that center, so we're really excited. And then, of course, the East Arlington Rec and Library says it all. It's the first of its kind for the partnership for libraries and rec, so we're super excited. Yeah,
you're really forging some new ground there.
We are.
Which is, I think, going to be a benefit to our residents for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, we got some good questions, as I mentioned, so let's jump into those. And our first one comes to us from Serena. She asks, where will the East Arlington Rec Center and Library be located, and give us an idea of where we're going to see that pop up.
Well, it's on the back side and the east side of Bob Cook Park, near the playground.
Right. So close to where the current rec center is, right?
Yes. We're building it on the back part of Bob Cook Park so we can keep Hugh Smith open. And that way we won't skip a beat, and the citizens get to continue to use Hugh Smith, and then we'll open the doors for the East Arlington.
And this is really important because this is our one indoor swimming pool.
Correct.
Which is also Hugh Smith, so we were able to keep that going while you build the new one.
Yes, exactly. So we don't, again, like I said, there might be a little bit of a hedge, you know, a couple of weeks. But and overall, they'll get to use it. Go from old to new.
And once we get the new one open, you'll tear down the old one, and that will become park space?
Yes, we'll reclaim that for park space, and then so more people will get to use it for soccer practices and picnics and whatnot.
That's awesome. Good deal. Well, our next question comes to us from Mac, and he asks, what happened to the Senior Recreation Center that was to be built on Green Oaks Drive? And it's just future, I should say that in the future tense, really, right?
Right, exactly. You know, we're still trying to catch up for all the bond packages back in 2014. So it's on the docket, and we're going to begin the planning process for that later on this year.
Yeah, very good. So it's still going to happen out on Green Oaks,
yes,
right?
Yes, nothing has changed.
Very good, very good. Well, switching gears now, Kathy wants to know if Arlington has any splash pads that are free to use for her grandkids.
Yes, we actually have 3. One at Brentley Henshaw, one at Don Meisenheimer, and then one is being built on California Lane.
Very good. And there'll also be a splash pad attached to the new rec center in Southeast, right?
Yes, exactly. And that will be kind of a souped up splash pad, though. So you could actually rent that space out for weddings, any receptions, and business meetings.
I like the sound of that souped up
splash
pad. I like that's cool. All right, well, our last question comes to us from Rick. He would like to see good access by bike trail through Bowman Branch Linear Park. And his question is, will this section of the park east of Mansfield Wed Road eventually be connected to the Don Meisenheimer Park section?
The trail actually is there. It's a different access, but there's a couple of different accesses that you can get in Webb Park and actually in Meisenheimer. And we're working on an extension that'll take that trail all the way to New York.
Right. Well, people love the trail sections. I love to ride them at Fish Creek, and also, of course, obviously River Legacy. So important parts of our park system for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, Venera, thanks so much for being here. And again, congratulations on the Gold Medal Award.
Thank you.
Outstanding and well-deserved for all the great things happening in our park system.
Well, it's our pleasure.
Yeah, very good. And thank you at home for sending in those great questions. That will do it for this episode of Ask Arlington. Tune in next time, and we'll answer more of your questions.